It's May the 1st. 2025, we're already a third of the year in. Can you believe it's another glorious start to the year? Long may it last. I see. Today, I'm going to talk about loads of stuff. I'm going to start with Mike Peters, singer and guitarist for the Alarm. He passed away this week, age 66, blood cancer, I think he had. Rest in peace, Mike. Brought a lot of happiness to people. I've got a thought for the day before we start, and this thought is, get your head around this if you can. Look at bird popping out at trees. Get your head around this one if you can. More MPs are writing to Parliament about kneecap playing at Glastonbury than are willing to stand up for the thousands of fucking innocent people, civilians and children, that are getting fucking bombed and slaughtered in Gaza, in Palestine, every day. Work that one out for me, will you? But today we're going to talk about Reform UK again. In particular, Deputy Leader Dick fucking Tice, Dubai Dick, better known as. It's polling day today in the Runcorn and Ellesby by-election. I'm going to make a fucking prediction here. Labour will hold that seat. Labour will keep Runcorn in Ellesby. You heard it here first. There's loads of council seats up for grabs though, and unfortunately, in my opinion, Reform are going to get quite a few of them. I don't know why, because they're not going to know when they get a seat, but they're going to get quite a few of them. And here's another prediction. I do believe them silly bastards up at border Lincolnshire, Yellow Bellies, are going to vote for Andrea Jenkins for the Mayor of Greater Lincolnshire. The failed Tory who were outed by the people of Morley and Outwood in Leeds only last year. She's crept back in. She doesn't even live there. And them silly cunts are going to vote her in. They'll vote for her, for Reform, and they'll not vote for Labour, who've actually kept fucking steelworks open in Scunthorpe. Work that one out for me. Like I was saying, I do believe Nick Fletcher, another failed Tory, he'll become Mayor of Doncaster. He spent 4 years doing fuck all for Donny, only talking about what he was going to do, did fuck all, and now he's talking a fucking good game again, and they're going to vote for him, I don't doubt. Hopefully I'm wrong on some of these. Like I say, Tories are defending 1,000 plus seats, Labour are defending 297 out of 1,700 plus seats. So it's funny, innit, with Reform. If Nick Fletcher would have stood for Doncaster, for Mayor of Doncaster, under a Reform banner rather than a Conservative banner, he'd have fucking romped in. They're not voting for person, they're voting for party. It's mad, innit? Fucking madness. Anyway, it gets better. Because I'm going to put my glasses on. Reform have had relentless media exposure despite having only 4 MPs, 3 former Tories at that. Mike Murdoch, who also identifies as a fucking Tory. The party chairman Zia Youssef, leader for Orge, and deputy leader Tice, all ex-public school boys and all millionaires. And they want you to think that the party of working people. Yesterday, fucking Dick were on TV again, explaining what is wrong with the country. He's a real patriot, Dick Tice. He's going to tell you what's wrong with this country. But all the time, he pays fucking tax offshore. He's got his money offshore. That's what patriots do. Here's a clip of Susanna Reid making him look a right twat. Well, he made him look a right twat.
If you're not just a protest party and you're not just don't vote for them, vote for us, what can you point to in local government that you have achieved?
What we point to is the failure of the existing 2 parties.
No, sorry, that wasn't my question. My question, because anyone can point out failures of other parties. What have you achieved in local government?
What we're doing is saying to people, look, your councils are broken, we will fix it, we will come in, we will save money, we will audit all of the expenditure, find out where the money's going, the well-procured contract, but the many badly procured contracts, wasting hundreds of thousands of pounds on ergonomic chairs, all this stuff.
You've currently got 128 councillors. What have they achieved? This is what you're promising, but what have you achieved in local government so far?
What we are achieving is giving people the opportunity to say, we're done with the 2 main parties, someone else has got to come in, save some money, audit the finances and then sort things out, because we can't keep spending more than we're earning and expect it to end well. At council level, councils are going bust up and down the country. Labour councils, Tory councils, this can't go on. We need some honesty about the state of council finances. In the same way, the country is going bust. We need some honesty about the state of the country's finances.
She asked a simple question, didn't she? What have your councillors achieved so far? That's how simple it was, the question. And he babbled on for a minute when he could have just said, they've done fuck all. That's what he should have said. Because in actual fact, it'd be right. You have achieved fuck all. Reform, I keep telling you this, reform isn't about solutions, it's about shouting from the sidelines. Tice and Farage know this, yet they keep selling fucking empty promises. And it got worse for Dick, because Ed Balls then made him look the complete fucking twat that he is.
Is that right? Are you basically a better version of the Conservative Party, Coke versus Pepsi?
They had their chance. They made a load of promises to the country.
I know, but
and at every level, we're different in terms of our immigration policy. We're different in terms of our net zero policy, where we've got newfound fans like Sir Tony Blair agreeing with Reform UK, listening and learning to what we're saying about net stupid zero. We're different in terms of...
Just like to point out, Sir Tony Blair would, I'm sure,
I know, I'm only teasing.
point out he does not agree with Reform UK.
We disagree with the Tories
policies.
on things, for example, on the nationalisation of British steel, so that we protect that strategic national asset. These are key fundamental differences.
Really interesting to me, what you just said there, because, you know, I thought of you as being, you know, a better Conservative than the Conservatives. You know, not a Trumpian, a bit like Nigel Farage, but, you know, a better Conservative than the Conservatives. But nationalising a British industry, I mean, that's what Labour did in the 1950s and the 1970s. I know Nigel Farage is a sort of populist, big state, Boris Johnson-style guy.
We've been calling for British Steel to be properly invested in for 6 years. I said to the Tories, don't sell it to the Chinese. They negligently ignored our advice, sold it to the Chinese, and we are where we are.
So nationalisation with reform.
Thanks to Nigel and I, we've saved British Steel, and we need to now invest in it.
How much is that going to cost?
And those are the opportunities.
How much will it cost?
It's cheap at the price compared to...
But how much? What is your costing of the cost of nationalising?
I've got an expert advising me. We're producing a plan.
And what's he told you on the cost?
Well, I tell you what, it will be a lot more cost-effective.
You wouldn't come on our programme with uncosted policies the day before an election. That would be totally irresponsible. That's what the other parties did. What is your costed proposal?
My dear Ed.
What is your... No, don't patronise me. Answer the question. What is your costed proposal to nationalise British Steel?
It will be great value, because we will protect and create a great
Do you not know the
national
cost?
asset. We are working on a plan.
Do you not know the cost of a policy? You can't run an election on a policy and not know the cost and say you're different from the other guys. That's what bad politics did.
Patience is a virtue.
What is the
and we will come out with a plan.
What is the cost?
We will come out with a strategic plan.
So you don't know the cost of nationalising British Steel?
I do have a good idea about it, and we're working on a plan. But here's the point.
Yeah, but tell our viewers. They want to hear. They want to vote for you tomorrow.
No, what they want to hear, they want to hear someone who's consistent, who's always said, don't sell British Steel to the Chinese, invest in it, invest in those blast furnaces. We're the only people who want to invest in those blast furnaces, and that's the right thing for British industry.
How much will it cost, and who's going to pay?
It'll be great value for the taxpayer
the thing is,
and the country.
If you're in opposition, if you're a protest party, you can just say what you like. People said Jeremy Corbyn used to do that, but grown-up politicians who want to be in government have costed proposals and say where the money will come from.
What voters want is successful business people who come into politics, right, who get stuff done, who audit things, who tell the truth about the failure of finances at national and at council level, and then say consistently, these are the things we need to invest in, these are the things we need to protect, and British Steel is one of those great strategic national assets that we've got to invest in and grow on a 20 to 30-year view.
Policy to the nationalisation, which you can't tell us the sum of, how much it's going to cost and who's going to pay.
Time and a place, Ed. Patience is a virtue. Invite me back on in a couple of months' time.
The vote's tomorrow.
We're voting on council issues tomorrow, and we're going to save money in councils.
You said it was about immigration. That's not on the ballot tomorrow.
That's what we're hearing on the doorstep, because people are so cross with the failures of this government. We've had 10,000 people who have illegally entered the country this year alone. I think it's up over 30%.
That's a national issue.
That's it. But interestingly, that's what we're hearing on the doors. People are not talking on the doors to us about bins, about potholes. They are fuming about the lies of the main two parties, about stopping the boats, about controlling legal immigration. They know that Reform UK is robust and strong on these issues. We know what will make British people better off. We know what will make the economy better off. and grow the economy.
so
And isn't
hang
it
on. So is
exciting?
it-
People
no,
have got
no, no,
another
no.
choice.
There you go then. No costings from reform. All he did was talk complete bollocks. And then Ed said, are you the same as Conservatives? And he said, oh, we're different. We are different. Blah, fucking blah, blah. Next, we got a different opinion on that stupid zero. We disagree with the Tories with privatisation of British Steel. We want that privatising. Nigel and me have been calling for investment into British Steel for 6 years. Well, I've not heard none of that. Has anybody else? And thanks to Nigel and I, we have saved British Steel. Get out the laughing bag, the bollocks coming thick and fast. Oh, that's not the laughing bag, that's the fucking ball. We have saved British Steel. Wow, what you fucking done, you stupid twat. Couldn't make it up, could you? On we go. There's an empty vessel, you don't have a clue. What a joker. And then off he goes on about fucking immigrants, stop the boat. Oh, fucking hell, he's on again with fucking boats. And here's the best bit. For the really hard of thinking, I'm going to try and make it easy for you. Put my glasses again here. 14 years of the Tory party destroying this country. And within 7 months, a huge chunk of those have managed to change the name of their party to Reform. And convince, possibly, millions of fucking stupid people that after 7 months in government, all what's happening in this country is all down to fucking Labour. Never, ever bet against human stupidity. If you vote for Reform, you're voting for sale of the NHS. You're voting for violence against women, xenophobia, transphobia, homophobia, fraud, tax dodgers, millionaires, fucking fox hunting. And it's a vote for this, for the establishment. And pin your ears back for the very last bit, because this is the fucking most interesting bit of all this fucking thing. The very same fucking media, the very same media who told you Jeremy Corbyn was a Russian spy, told you were a fucking anti-Semitic, told you were no good, and now telling you and me and every fucker who's daft enough to listen that Nigel Farage is fucking Prime Minister material. Whew. Deep breath. Have a great day, everybody. It can only get fucking worse, can't it? Wakey, wakey. One little bit of good news, though. Let's go for it. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Maggie's in a box, in a box. Maggie's in a box. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Maggie's in a box, in a box.